Hello everyone, really hope you're all enjoying all these interviews. I can't tell you how much fun it has been listening, talking, laughing, smiling. It's been brilliant. The people I've had on have been exceptional. So my next guest has done practically everything. In the land of theatre, she has performed on stage, screen, in films, some very, very well-known films. She's done some directing, choreographing, teaching. I had the pleasure of interviewing Dawn Buckland. Take a listen.
About it.
I'm gonna go for it.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm sure most of them you've been asked like a million times. I'm trying to get some ones that you haven't been asked. I've interviewed quite a few people that do interviews all the time, and they're like, that was one I've not been asked before, and I'm like, yes.
There you go.
So the first one is pretty broad and open, but what is your earliest memory of theatre and performing arts?
I think my mum and dad were always quite good with theatre, so they used to take me to pantomime. So my earliest memory is going to the Palladium to see the pantomime, and Wayne Sleep I think was in it. That's why I tell everyone anyway. Yeah, so Wayne Sleep in some panto, which I don't even remember which one it was, but
they're put them back, haven't they, now, the London Palladium?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I went to see one. It wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was. That's terrible. Snow White, and yeah, it was just like every man and his dog. You know, it was like
they're larger than life, aren't they? Now they're literally.
They are crazy.
Yeah.
Unlike ever seen before. It was mad. And your career within like the industry has been quite vast, hasn't it? You've done lots of different types of things. If we start with theatre, tell us about your theatrical career. What have you been up to?
Performing. So I didn't go to theatre school. Well, so I went to theatre school. I went to Silver Young Theatre School.
Yeah.
I didn't go on to college from there. I did audition for colleges, and I did get into a college, but I also auditioned for Starlight Express. So I was also offered that. So I decided to just plumb out into the world of work, really, rather than go do further education. So I started off with Starlight. I stayed there for quite a few years. I was in the show for 10 years in total. And then after that, I realised it was taking the toll on my body. So I probably should move into something else. I did the lovely show Pippin. That was the first job I did after my stint at Starlight.
Yeah.
And then I went off to do, what else did I do in that time? I did Fame, the musical. I did that on tour and also in London.
Yeah.
I went off to Sheffield to do South Pacific, which is where I met my lovely husband. So that show romance ended up being 21 years married.
Wow.
And then just through the years, I've just managed to kind of really keep a good working life, really. I did Mamma Mia for some time in the West End, and Billy Elliot, which both were amazing experiences. And then obviously, because I did Mamma Mia in town, I was able to do a role in the film, in the latest Mamma Mia film.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which was just brilliant, because I was kind of one of the kind of go-to Mamma Mias, I suppose. So I've been really, really lucky. I've had a good run, and a couple of new shows, which was always exciting to open a brand new show. A show called La Cava, and also a show Peggy Sue Got Married, which was based on the film.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting, like opening a new show as well as going into something existing. So yeah, I've been lucky.
Do you have any standout either theatres or roles that you played in that time that have really, I mean, they will have all stuck with you, but has really resonated?
I think Starlight Express will always be the closest to my heart, because it was the first job I did, and I stayed with the job so long. But on top of that, it was such a brilliant community, And still now, I mean, I left the show in 1998, and I'm still very, very good friends with most of the people that I worked with on the show.
Yeah.
And I think it was because the show like that, where it was so athletic, and so you're more like a sports team, you know, because you trust in each other, you know, because the added element of the skates, you know. So I think that will always be so close to my heart, Starlight Express.
Yeah.
So I feel very blessed and lucky to have done that show, really.
And could you skate beforehand then?
I used to ice skate as a kid. Yeah. And that's how I started off in the beginning, was ice skating. And then my skating instructor said, oh, you know, you should maybe take some dance classes to help with your line and your just your grace, balance, etc. And I ended up liking dance more.
Yeah.
So I kind of left the skating. So I did kind of start off, and also, you know, in the 80s we all had roller skates. We all bombed around the park on our skates, you know. So I wouldn't say you know, but roller skating and ice skating, they're very different beasts. But fundamentally, yes, the balance and having the fear to be on something.
I'd have loved to have done. I mean, we're in a place where there's no ice rink, you know, not for like our closest place is Cardiff. Obviously, that's the capital. So like we've got nowhere, you know, that would. And it was always something. There was films when I was growing up where people were ice skating. That was like, you know, the film, and I was like, longed to be able to do something like that, but we never.
Yeah.
And I was shocking on rollerblades, so I did kind of think, well, if I can't rollerblade, I've got no hope in.
Yeah, I'm shocking on rollerblades too, actually. Absolutely shocking. Give me a quad, give me the four wheels any day of the week, and put me on my skates, that's fine. But yeah, rollerblading, ropey.
So you talked a little bit about being in the new Mamma Mia film. What TV screen stuff have you done, and what have there been any highlights?
Oh god, I did do also the Beauty and the Beast film, the live action film, which was brilliant fun as well. I only did a short stint on that, but Mamma Mia was epic. We filmed in Croatia for 2.5 weeks. I spent quite a long time with that film, and then we filmed the rest of it at Shepperton Studios. So we were there for about 7 or 8 weeks, filming at Shepperton Studios, all inside in October, pretending it was summer, pretending it was the blazing Greek sunshine. But that was an absolute career highlight for me. If I could do that again, I would drop everything and do that again in a heartbeat. It was phenomenal to be on set with all those incredible stars.
Yeah.
And my idol Julie Walters, who is just literally like my go-to hero. And to get to stand and, you know, while between shots hanging out chatting with Julie, I mean, what's not to love about that? I still have to pinch myself.
Yeah. Oh my god. I would too. That's amazing. And the music is phenomenal, and
brilliant.
Oh yeah, everything about it.
Yeah, we got to dance on a boat that was soaring across the ocean with cameras flying on helicopters above us, and I mean it was to encapsulate that moment, it was career highlight, life highlight, really, life experience. Yeah.
Epic. Now I ask people a couple of random questions because I love them. First random question: if you were an author, what type of book would you write, do you think?
Comedy.
Okay. Comedy,
100%.
Is that because you like to read comical books, or just?
I think it's kind of always my go-to. Like if we're going to watch a film or something on telly, I always go, let's just see if there's a nice comedy. And I think just, you know, that I think I grew up with really strong female comedians like Dawn French and Saunders, Woods and Waters. They were always my go-to things as a kid, and I took a lot of inspiration from them. And so I think, comedy. It would 100% be a comedy.
Brilliant. And do you have a favourite sweet treat, or are you more of a savoury person?
Oh my God, I am sweet all the way. Give me a packet of hobnobs and I will see you at the end of them.
Brilliant.
I have the sweetest tooth. Hobnobs, guilty as charged.
Love it. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
Chocolate hobnobs, not just your regular hobnob. Chocolate hobnob.
What is a regular hobnob if it's not a chocolate one? Come
Exactly.
on, sort yourself.
Yeah.
And you've done quite a lot of like directing and choreographing, so been on the other side of it. How is that for you?
It's something that I really enjoy. I don't know. I think I feel like it feels like giving something back.
Okay.
That might sound really weird and really a little bit kind of, but I really enjoy seeing the pennies drop in people when you kind of give them a note or some direction or discuss something with them, and you see the penny. It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy seeing the overall picture. So not just focusing on what I've got to do. I love to see what everyone's where it all fits in together, where the jigsaw comes together. I find that such a fulfilling moment. And I think I'm even like that when I'm in a cast. I tend to kind of not just focus on me. I tend to look at the bigger picture. So I think I'm naturally drawn to directing, choreographing, seeing the arc of the performance. And I love mentoring, love working one-to-one with students and things like that, and working through and just seeing the light go on in their eyes, and it's just so rewarding. I love it.
Brilliant. And would you said about one-to-one with people, would you ever, or have you ever done any tutoring, teaching?
Yeah, I've done a fair amount in colleges in London. Just going in and either doing kind of like dance. Normally, I mean, I'm not the most technical dancer, but I think it's really important for people to be able to act through dance, and that dancing is not just for dancing's sake. It's actually, there's purpose to it, and there's meaning to the steps and what you're trying to express. So I love that side of it, and I love doing one-to-one, like maybe like audition rep, like taking someone's audition song and kind of just pulling it around a little bit, and so I can really get my teeth into things like that, you know. And just kind of and giving them like other ways. I think sometimes you get your audition songs and you get kind of trapped. Sometimes you get stuck with a song that you do well, and it lends itself to whatever you're auditioning for, but you can sometimes not really see another side of it. So it's really good to kind of just throw it all up in the air and
mix it up.
Yeah, just mix it up a bit. Yeah, so I love that.
Out for somebody on the outside to come in and say, yeah, I like that, but you can tell it's very well rehearsed, throw something else at you, and that maybe, you know, lots of people have done that with me, and I've gone, oh, I'm not happy about that, I feel really uncomfortable, I feel really scared, and I can feel myself go, and they're like, this is what we want, this is what we need a little bit of that. We need you to be on your toes, because the other thing was so safe, you know. It was, and it's having someone else there to go, I'm gonna rip that comfort blanket off you. Scary and terrifying, but
doing it with love.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing, you know, I, on a smaller scale, I'll do that with the children that I teach. So you know, a lot of them, this is either their first ever encounter with theatre, so you know, I know I have to be quite gentle and quite you know, encouraging. I don't want to scare them off, but for a lot of the kids that they've been doing this for ages, you know, all different amateur things, stage schools and whatnot, and you're like, that you need the tough love here, you know.
Absolutely. Take them out of their comfort zone a little bit.
I'm only doing this because I've had it done to me, and I also hated it at the time, and hated the person doing it.
You grow from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you grow from it.
Something in me go, actually, I love you for that now. Thank you.
And it's something I have to remind myself of too, because obviously, because I still perform and stuff, so I have to do that to myself. I have to go, oh my God, Dawn, just shake it off, push yourself forward on that, you know, try something new, so you kind of have to self-monitor, you know, as well. As it's like, oh, that's scarier, almost, self-monitoring, you know. When someone's doing it for you, you've kind of got someone to bounce ideas off of, but when you've got to do it for yourself, that's when you have to be super disciplined and you know, kind of make yourself do it.
Absolutely. And recently, what have you been up to recently? I mean, I know we're all a bit
locked down. Yeah, mainly baking. No. What have I been doing recently? Just before Christmas, I did the most fun job ever, which was I did Nativity the musical.
We went in that, actually.
Sorry?
We came to see that.
Did you? What, at Cardiff?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Best audiences at Cardiff. We had the best audiences.
Everybody says that. A couple of people that I've interviewed have been in. So I interviewed someone yesterday who was in Beautiful the musical, and I was like, yeah, we went to see that, and she was like, did you go in Cardiff? Best audience.
Yeah, no, they really were.
It's the Welsh thing. Honestly, we're so rowdy.
and so appreciative of the theatre, I think, and just, you know, of live performance. No, we had such a fun tour. I mean, it was hard work. We were doing a lot of shows, and we had a lot of like celebrities coming in. Once we got into London, we had celebrities coming in and stuff. So we rehearsed a lot, but it was the kids were incredible. I mean, you saw them. They were so good. And Debbie Isaac, who directs and has written the piece and the film and everything, she just casts brilliantly. So everybody, we were like a little family. We all got on. We all had a good time. And it was just so much fun. And you know, so we were festive from like September. There was tinsel in the rehearsal room and Christmas trees, and you're kind of going, hang on a minute, I want to do Halloween and bonfire night. But no, we were Christmas from September. But it was so much fun, and we finished on the last day of December. And then since then I've just been back in the audition room, really, you know, seeing what's out there, getting myself back out again. And then this happened. So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. It's random. I mean, it couldn't have come at any time. It could have come at any time, and there's never a reason for it, is there? But I think for a lot of people that I've spoken to, and myself included, the children were literally a week away from doing our big show. So we do an annual show once a year. It takes me 3 months to write it, secure the venue, etc. And while the children are doing their Christmassy stuff. So that's why when we went to see Nativity, we always take them to see something at Christmas.
Yeah.
Before it was Elf, and then they thought it was incredible. They were absolutely blown away. So when you sent us that little video message a couple of months ago, they were just beyond. You know, so they're very pleased. So it takes months to write it and everything, and then 3 months in rehearsal. We're 1 week away from the actual show weekend, and it was just and it was the first time they were doing so I tried to like expand every year, and we were first time doing examinations, so that was a lot of prep as well. We'd never done anything like that before, and it was just one big, to be honest. And we've postponed it. We haven't cancelled it, which is great. We will get it. You will do it. You will do it. Way too much hard work from everyone, you know, even like parents and stuff. Everybody. Of course. So much time. Yeah. So it will go ahead, but it's just like, I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's the same. My husband was in Manchester doing Back to the Future, the new Back to the Future musical. So I mean, he would still be there now, but obviously they got sent home, and then it was just like, oh, it's done then. You know, okay, they only just got open, really. They were only open for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something. Yeah. So and then it was over. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, really sad, isn't it? Because you get things, you know, depending on what the schedules are like, they just can't reopen it. They just can't. No, because that was due to finish in middle of May. So they just said, look, we're just going to cut our losses and kind of close the show. But I think they are open to open it in London next year. So, yeah. That'll be good. That'd be amazing. Yeah, brilliant. And I think, do you know what? That is all of my questions. Brilliant. We've rattled through it. We have. Do you know what? It all depends on how you like. Once you get on a tangent, you just go. And it's like, people like yourself that are in this industry that is, you know, so vast and have done so many amazing things. I was like, why not? It gets your story, you know, your journey and what you're up to out there, but also people love to hear it. You know,
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
everyone loves a good story, and everybody starts from a different place. Everybody's
Yeah.
everyone's got different ideologies of different things. It's cool to just hear how how we all get into it.
Oh, good for you. It's brilliant. I loving that people are doing loads with their time, and
Thanks
it's important.
for
My pleasure.
Loved it.
I look forward to seeing it.
I'll send you the link.
Do. Brilliant.
Fab.
Well, good luck with it, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you soon.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.
Huge thanks to Dawn. Another fantastic interview. More still to come. So here's a sneaky peek of who I've got coming up next. Have a lovely weekend. Let's hope the sun is shining. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.